Hello. So, around 2.5 years ago, I did a video like this about an iceberg, about my lore, but really, that's only regarding lore of a certain friend group, and it was only a small friend group, and it's horribly outdated, and I did forget some obvious stuff, and I actually made that one private, but anyways, let's have this iceberg. To discover some lore as of September 2025, actually, maybe some goes in August, but I'll say September 2025 is a good measure. Out of like 8 or 9 tournaments per tier, I know I forgot some, whether by accident or whatnot. Keep in mind, there's a lot to remember regarding me in particular. But I am really only mainly looking at since 2020, since that's when I felt like the core honey bubbles in my life really established since that time period. So, with all that said, let's start from the well-known to the obscure. Tier 1, well-known. Basically, if you know me, you'll basically know this. Anyways, Honey Bubba. Yeah, Honey Bubba. Yeah, you knew this one. First off, here's the Urban Dictionary definition. And yeah, checks out. Everyone who's known me for at least 2 weeks in my lore knows this term. Plus, so many creative uses and all that. The lore. Yeah, basically what I view my hectic life as. Well, the chaos in my life, there's bound to be some lore, and plus, I generally use this term like a lot, and literally, I'm going to be using this term, the lore, a lot in this video. Trust me, we're going to hear it a lot. Nikki! My best friend for life. Even if another person doesn't know him in my life, they know of him. They've seen him all the time in pictures, my posts. Plus, he's by far the, definitely the most unique honey bubba in my life. And well, he created the dang term. Respect on you, Nikki. Hawaiian shirts. Basically, when I go out, I almost always wear a Hawaiian shirt. I have so many, at least 12 at this point. I even made a video on it, but that video's already outdated because I got more since then. But like, Hawaiian shirts are so iconic in my life. You got like the one that was like the 90s solo cup. You got the one with my name on it. You got the colorful one. You got the Naruto one. You got the, so many damn Hawaiian shirts. Like, if I was a Smash Bros. Character, that'd be, all my alternate colors. And speaking of Smash Brothers, Captain Falcon main. Yup, the guy who inspired my channel. Like, literally look at my icon. I'm literally called Legendary Captain. Like, he's been my main since day one, and like, I'm so obsessed with this guy. He's so like, God, I would kill for a body like his. That's my dream body right there. Oh my, I fucking love you, Captain Falcon. And I even got an F-Zero because of him. F-Zero, But, this leads into my next point. Nerd interests in general. Like, some people out there, they're nerds and like they love their nerd interests, but they don't really voice their nerd interests. I'm not subtle about it at all. In fact, Halloween tomorrow, I'm literally being Goku from Dragon Ball. Like, I post about games and anime and TV on my stories all the time. Like, it's so obvious, and like, I would have used some of those quotes as inspiration. Like, it's, everyone who knows me knows, like, I'm obsessed with nerd stuff. Like, if I'm stop being a nerd, then something's wrong with me. Tattoos. Yeah, take one look at me. I love tattoos. I want more, but money, I want to fall on sleeve one day. I put this one in this tier because, like, if you just look at me, you know I definitely am a fan of tattoos. Run clubs. That's a core part of my life now that it's quite obvious part of me now. Like, based on my post alone, hell, it saved my ass. Literally check out my previous essay. But yeah, literally almost all honey bubbas that I know that mess this house know, like, I basically like in all these run clubs and stuff, so which is quite dang well known. And finally, to close out tier 1, energy drinks. Guys, I love energy drinks. Everyone knows that. There's more specific energy drink related moments later on, but energy drinks just give me power and life and vibes. Anyways, that's it for tier 1. Alright, now on to tier 2, and this one we start with a banger, literally, Bang CEO. I'll talk about Bang later, but no, this is about the former CEO himself, Jack Owak, but we'll just be real, he'll always be Bang CEO. So basically, me and some of my best friends meme the hell out of this guy as a major villain in my lore. I mean, just look at him with his fake smile. He looks like a combination of Doflamingo from One Piece, Norman Osborn Green Goblin, and Danzo from Naruto. Also, I have like a good friend who lives far away who hates him. Like, that I made up my own headcanon that Bang CEO did something to cause him to have a tragic backstory. Think Dofi and Law from One Piece, or Danzo and Itachi from Naruto. So if you get it, you get it. But Bang's. Oh, this is getting interesting now. Up next is Matt Morris. So this Honey Bubba I met at Towson is certainly one of the most unique. He's basically the Vegeta, Sasuke, shadow to my Goku, Naruto, Sonic. How I did a whole video on the archetype. Check it out after this. Anyways, we have an interesting friendship. Also, even if you don't know him, you probably know of him. We also call him Maris, not Matt, because why? Well, watch out for Matt doesn't sound threatening, but watch out for Maris. Oh, now that is threatening and scary aura. But at the end of the day, Maris is certainly a Honey Bubba. Plus, we casually dropped the most aura farming photo ever. Speaking of, up next is aura farming. I almost put this in the tier above, but aura farming is more of a recent thing. Anyways, it's definitely carried my lore in terms of usage as of late. What was, this photo goes hard to now, aura farming. I just have to casually say it, not to mention, this aura photo of Naruto and Sasuke inspired a few more photos down the line, without some of them even knowing the context. Spotlight and screen time. Basically, for lore purposes, whenever I have an eventful day or one of certain Honey Bubbas tend to get that spotlight. Like, think of like a TV show of them with their own episode. And recently, I started some competition with my Run Club Bubbas and fighting over that Strava spotlight. Crossover. As you can tell, I have quite a varied lifestyle with varied people that a lot of people simply don't know about each other's existence. But anyways, my life has so many Honey Bubba moments that, like, when two or more people meet from different lifestyles of mine in my life, it deadass feels like a crossover. Think Super Smash Brothers. The infamous smirk and evil laugh. Oh, I have quite an infamous smirk that gives off a, oh, when Chris does this, he's about to do some scheming, and that scheming usually results in an evil laugh. It sounds so evil that if I do it in public, it actually would scare people. That's it also gives off the mindset of, wow, are we sure Chris is a good guy? Yeah, so I can do quite a good evil laugh. Look at my TikTok for that. Bubba dinner. Basically, when I get food, 90% of the time, it's either personal cheese pizza, chicken and fries, or pasta or Mexican food. Even though for the latter, it's not even that much. But anyways, others know I frequently like to get that point. And I label this Bubba dinner on my social media stories. And it gets to the point where, like, if I go to a restaurant, like I visit a lot, they'll like just memorize my order. They'll order for me, like the waiter or the bartender or whatever. It's just like so, yeah, Bubba dinner. Mr. Main Character. I always like to casually call myself the main character. Plus, I got the personality of a lot of those main characters, particularly in like video games and anime. You know, the hyper bright color, crackhead energy protagonists and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about. Plus, the amount of BS I survive sometimes. One could say I plot armor like a main character, but it became a running gag that how like the Legendary Captain show or Kristen's Honey Bubba. It's just a running gag. And finally, to close up this tier is casually going on adventures. Yep, I have a habit of casually going on beach trips or vacations. Like, no one's surprised when I spontaneously do that. No one was going to Miami back in April. More on that later. Honey Bubba Wall. This might get moved up a tier once I officially move to Baltimore, but yeah. The Honey Bubba Wall was a well-established house, and that showcases whenever someone visits it for the first time, they sign it, and, well, the name stays there. And once I moved to Baltimore, that wall is getting hella more signatures. The Legendary Captain Sidekick Friends. So some of my Honey Bubbas, almost all of them were my hometown friends. It became like an inside joke how they're basically like known as the side characters, or they give you sideline or whatnot. Like, for context, think of them like some of the Z fighters, you know, like the Krilins and Yamchas to my Goku, or think of like Naruto, like most of the Konoha 12 kind of get sidelined, kind of like a joke, and you got the idea, like, or like Tails and Knuckles to like Sonic, you get the idea, like the sidekicks, or a Toad. John Growl. So before Merce, we had John Growl, another trollish, lovable dude, who just might have the most iconic profile picture of anyone I've ever met. Oh my god, I love this picture. Over my head went rent free. Bang era. Okay, so not about the CEO, but Bang itself. So for a bit, my main energy drink was Bang for like 2 years. And I want to say I fell under the evil Bang CEO's influence. I literally for almost the entire year I casually wore an infamous Bang hoodie. The best way to look at this infamous hoodie is that, think of it like the black suit from Spider-Man 3, and that Bang energy, it brought out my dark side. That is, But speaking of dark side, edgy Chris. So, first off, I do have an edgy music taste. I like Linkin Park. What the fuck? I love Let the Bodies Hit the Floor. Yeah, like I love that song. But edgy Chris is more my edgier side. Like, it goes along with the evil laugh earlier, but it's my down bad, edgier side that also, let's say, like, I guess it manifested because I watched a lot of videos I probably shouldn't have as a kid, but that's edgy Chris. If you know, you know. It's just a joke. It's not actually a legit thing, but it's kind of funny to think about. Bang hoodie brings it out. Halloween brings it out. Just, yeah, you know what I mean. Quote unquote Gatorade bottles. So I'm not going to say exactly what, but when I might have a fun night or fun weekend, I have Gatorade bottles that after I drink the Gatorade, I kind of reuse them for to use Gatorade again. You know what I mean? Double fisting. Yeah, I kind of like to have a drink and 2 drinks in hand when I go out, or a drink and a shot in hand. Or drinking water. It's like kind of like just me, you know, double fisting. I kind of do that a lot. Hot boy walk. Yeah, so when I do long walks and whatnot, I always put my stories, hot boy walk, or a long walk, hot boy walk. And it's like just thinking about through my thoughts and stuff, and you know, not a run, but it's a hot boy walk. You know, go those hot boy walks. And finally, to close out the tier of stuff you'll probably know is Eagle Scout. Yeah, I was a Boy Scout, and there's a lot more back then, but I was a kid back then. So, Eagle Scout, got my first tattoo in that. I want to get the full sleeve of it. But Boy Scout is such a bit, I guess it's also good to Boy Scout in general. Boy Scout is such an important part of my life growing up that I miss those days. But before run clubs, I mean, I might do a video essay about my scouting days. I don't know, man, I'm getting emotional for that. But, yeah, I was a good Eagle Scout, and yeah, I was a Boy Scout back in the day. Be prepared. And now we move on to tier 4. Stuff that you could know, but this feels more like belongs to certain groups, like run club groups, like only specific to that, and very few outside of it. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like very oddly specific. Anyways, first up is Cookie Lover. When I get ice cream a lot, I just always get the cookie flavors. Cookie Monster, cookies, cream, cookie dough, or special cookie flavors. Like I'll get cookie dough toppings, or M&M or Oreo toppings. Like, it's like I'm a cookie lover, and plus I just like eating cookies in general. So yeah, I love snacking on cookies. If you leave a pack of double stuffed Oreos out in the open, I'm gonna eat them. Red Goblin. So I usually like to wear bright clothes while working out, but in particular when it's warmer weather and stuff, I love to wear red. That it became like my runner name and like run club and stuff. Red Goblin, and it's pretty well known in my main run group, but outside of that, it's not too well known. So that's why it's in this tier. Lost Guys. So this includes the Nikki guy, the John Growl guy I mentioned earlier, my sidekicks I mentioned earlier. But anyways, Lost Guys is like my core hometown friend group, and We try to make the name bigger, but it really just sticks to us, core Honey Bubbas at home. Like, it's our hometown friend group, basically, and we do Friendsgiving and stuff, and a lot of us, unfortunately, can't hang out much, because a lot of us live in different places. Someone lives in Texas, so it's like, but I have a few videos of these guys. Like, I really love this Wildwood video, but, yeah, so that's all I have to say about here for now. Parodies! Oh, so, back in my nerd interest, sometimes when I watch a show or something, or I'll always joke with some of my hometown friend groups or whatever, friends or whatever. So people that are in on the BS like me, we always meme, oh, who's like whom, what parodies and whatnot. Like, oh, this guy's definitely Sonic, me. This guy's definitely, you know what I mean? Like, Maris from earlier, he's always the anti-hero. Like, literally, I did a video on the archetype. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, and also Banksy always has to be a villain. That much is sure. Dixie cups. Yeah, so whenever people need shots or something like that, I always bring Dixie cups to shots, and like it became a trend for a bit. It's not as prevalent as it used to be, but I use Dixie cups to shots a lot. It saves money and saves a lot of cleaning, and it yeah, so not too much to say here. Weight loss saga. So back in the day, I used to be a lot more heavier, and I would put this a few tiers above, but a lot of people I met in my life, they never knew me when I was looking like this. So definitely lost a lot of weight since then, and like lost. It was a struggle, but hey, I eventually made through it. Monster era. Oh, this is an ancient one. So yeah, it's Monster era. That was that's how basically also known as how I got into energy drinks in the first place. So remember there's all those tryhards and stuff that wore those Monster Energy hoodies, like, that pretended to be cool and whatnot? Well, I wanted to drink Monster to fit in with them, thinking that would make me cool, like a higher, it is middle high school. You do the math. But yeah, that set me on the pipeline to the energy drink pipeline. Yeah, and here we are. But yeah, I got my G Fuel. I'm sipping on it while recording this too, so bye G Fuel. And finally, last but not least, donkey costume. Well, for this tier, there's still 2 more tiers below this. Anyways, so every Halloween, I kind of casually, like, one random night, even though it's not a big night, I'll wear the donkey costume just for the hell of it, for the lulz. It makes you sweat. It's not the most comfortable, but hey, it gets people's attention. Plus, I'm literally an ass. Oh, we're in the penultimate tier, tier 5 out of 6. So let's start with an oldie, but it's Old Man Charlie. So there's when I was at community college, there's this old dude who I met who's like a character. He was a good mentor to me. Like, he gave me good life advice and stuff. He taught me the importance of not giving a fuck. But anyway, he's basically back at the parodies and archetypes. Think of your Master Roshi or your Jiraiya or your Yoda. Or Uncle Iroh. It's like, come on. It's like, this guy he really looks like some of them too. It's like, I miss Old Man Charlie. He's doing well in Florida. That's where he is right now. Head injury. So this is a plot armor moment. Yeah, so I had a party one time, and I get a little too ahead of myself, and all I needed was glue, but, you know, like, I had to, for a straight month, I had this pretty, bad wound, got covered up, band-aided, and, like, I ended up just fine, but yeah, I got lucky, but it became pretty infamous, so, yeah. Face tattoo. Not many people knew about this one, but people that did, oh, they know. So remember the Majin symbol on Vegeta, the Majin Vegeta stuff? So me and one of my good friends, actually my best friend, we trolled everyone into thinking I'd unironically get that M tattooed on my forehead, and which, first off, to anyone actually thinking about getting the Majin symbol, because you like the Majin symbol on your forehead, get it anywhere else. Like, don't get it on your forehead. We trolled so many people that people thought I was actually going to go through with it. We trolled like a bunch of people at the time. It was, God, good times. Pirate ship. So there's this cool ass pirate ship in Baltimore called Urban Pirates that Last summer, I literally went on 3 times, and each night had some interesting stories. So, one of my run club friends, my rival, some OGs, Honey Babas, and first time I went on my own, but every night the pirate ship's a good night. So yeah, pirate ship, hell yeah. Deer hatred. I hate deer. It's they totaled my first car, so now whenever I say deer, I think they're like out to get me, and it kind of became a meme how like I'm prejudiced towards deer. I mean, if they total your first car at 1 in the afternoon, okay, so basically I was driving down a hill, and a deer just popped out and hit my car, and like I couldn't slow down. I was going down a steep downhill. I was like, what can? So I hate deer because of that. Those classes. So there's some class in college and high school that like. I really love the teacher, but like those classes you could just easily get away with. You could have just skipped them, just been fine. But like, what I did at some of these classes, because I was going to get like an A or B no matter what. I pretty much on my computer, my laptop, the entire time I was playing like Pokemon ROM hacks or Pokemon General, or just like making Photoshops in class while it was going on, and like. I just can't believe I actually did that. Oh man, that's the one part I miss about college. Having that one class semester where I do that bullshit. Good times, good times. Near heart attack. Oh boy. I'm out during final season, my last semester of college. I obsessively drank too many energy drinks, over 1,000 milligrams, which don't do that, please. And my heart was actually shaking. I pulled all-nighter twice in a row, and the first 3 days afterwards, I just instantly just crashed, passed out on my couch. I could have been bad, so, yeah. Moderation's key. And finally, to close out the second from the bottom tier, most talkative. Remember seniors pearls in high school? How most of them are pretty irrelevant, especially the ones about class couple, which usually end up breaking up right after. Anyways. Most talkative, I got that one because, well, I'm known to be a guy who just yaps all the time, which I'm literally doing right now, so many things from high school do not age well, but that's an exception for me. And finally, to start off this is the final tier stuff I really doubt you know, unless I really, really personally told you, if you know all of these somehow, I will applaud you. I guarantee only one other person knows all of these, events. Let's just say that. Starting off, we got Toad Town Massacre. So, I used to write Smash Bros. Fanfictions. I kind of want to do it again, but none of them are really well known. A lot of them were just like random scripts, but, they're all off time, except for this one. So, the inspiration for this was, you know, the scene in Episode 3 of Star Wars where Anakin murders the younglings, or the scene in Dragon Ball where Vegeta murders the Namekians? What do they both have in common? Yeah, they became massive memes because how ridiculous and over the top they were for the animation or the acting and whatnot. So I decided to take inspiration from that and have Ganondorf just do some BS like that in a Smash Bros. Fanfiction. And I was really annoyed of Toad in Mario Party one time, or Toads in general, so I was like, okay, we just have Ganondorf just like crash out and just like beat them all down. It was like, it's so comedic. I'll actually put the link to it in the description. It's so like ridiculous. It's like what the fuck was that? It's in Ganondorf. It's funny. Next up, we got Evil C. Ooh. So, thankfully, it doesn't exist, but I always had this running joke saying, what if evil clones like Dark Link or Metal Sonic or Reverse Flash or whatever evil clone you could think of in a show, like whatever that archetype. I always made a joke saying, what if I had my evil clone, like a Hawaiian shirt with like a blood pattern on it, or like, but think of all my chaotic traits, but used for evil. Now that's, and Evil C, like, he doesn't exist, but, ooh man, different from Edgy Chris, but Evil C, if you know Evil C, You know him. He's evil. Dark Falcon Forest. So this may not be particularly me, but two of my friends made this. Subscribe to Mario55. This is years ago. They made a shitpost Mario 64 level where it involves Honey Bubbles at the time, and my character is actually canonically dead from an energy drink overdosage, which that actually is pretty well. That if that happened, wouldn't be too surprising. But anyways, I probably in a secret cabin, and in my cabin there's like a secret G Fuel factory. I'll put the link to the description in here, but it objectively is not a quality ROM hack, but they never made it at the attention. They made it just for shits and giggles, which shits and giggles it is. G Fuel vodka mix. So my dumbass, one time, the genius idea of constantly doing nights at work. I was mixing G Fuel and vodka. Eventually, that arrogance called me one day, and I did mix 3 scoops of G Fuel, 3 shots of vodka, and some other stuff in one big canister. Chugged it all down. Went to this is the pregame, partied, and then all of a sudden night just ended. It became infamous, and this is entirely my fault, but yeah, never mix scoops of G Fuel and vodka. Bad idea. Up next is the Loco Burst. Yeah, remember 4 Locos? Yeah. So, one time during quarantine, I was on Discord call and with some friends, and we were having face cams up. We were trying to get on that 4 Loco craze again. Stupid idea. Anyways, I was having 4 Locos and stuff, and I accidentally dropped it, and then it dropped on the floor we had the webcams on. It exploded in my face. I started maniacally laughing, and I left a huge permanent stain on my floor. I tried to clean it the next morning because I was too gone by the time to clean up that night, and it's permanently low-key stuck on my floor, and the smell was well gone, but there's a black spot on the floor. It's yeah. So Loco Burst, the explosion left an impact. So what happens okay, so this is vague. You don't want to go into details, but it's basically Wildwood, Japan, or Miami, and some other stuff. There's some adventures and stuff that we'll just say what happens there stays there. That's all I'll give it to you for yeah. Gummies! Let's just say, Nerd Ropes, those candy, one time I saw Evil Seed because of it, yeah. And finally, Red Speedo. I don't want to post a picture of it because, 1, when I wore it, I was in my fat era, and 2, I'm not sure if putting a picture of in a very thong Speedo would be allowed on my YouTube channel. I can't really get away with that. Plus, if I want to show it to you, I want to show it to you in person, just get a reaction. So yeah, so story time. Back in high school, we had a senior picnic at our public pool and whatnot. Okay. So I decided the bright idea saying, "Oh, I'll wear a red Speedo," and everyone's like, "Oh, Chris, you're not gonna do it." No, dude, I bet. I'm no, I'll do it. And then people were oh, do it, you want. I was no, if I say I'll do something, I'll do it. So I wore a regular swimsuit, but I had a red Speedo underneath, and I stripped it down and jumped in the pool hanging around in my red Speedo, and oh my god. So yeah. So anyways, that's it for this pretty long video. I had way too much fun making this, and it's not a serious video. Definitely forgot some stuff, but hey, I got a few more video essays planned. I think I'm really learning. I'm finding my stride, just doing videos just kind of just yap for the heck of it, because it's pretty entertaining, and I'm just having the time of my life for this shit. But anyways, yeah, so that's it for this video. Not sure what's next. I got a few ideas planned, but I'm not sure what the release order is. But anyways, have a good day, honey bubbas.